Welcome to the channel. So, as I explained in the short, I want to do something with this and I'm not sure. I could modify it to become a working mobile phone or just restore this so that it would function, but couldn't connect anywhere. I don't know. But I think first I need to see what's inside and what's the condition of everything. And first I think to power up anything would be the battery part. I mean, this is important since, the nicest part of converting this to actual functional phone in the modern network would be to have this massive battery pack here. So let's open it up. This was weird. How did it? Wait, I have to do like this. And then make it like this. Oh. I managed to, oh yeah, there it was. Let's put that onto the side for a bit. So here's the battery pack. And let's take the camera a bit. Let's open it up. There's two screws. There's these ones here. Oh, I'm not sure which one. Okay, let's get a screwdriver. Okay, yeah, better have a correct one. So as you can see, here's two screws. There's also proper instructions how to charge and maintain the battery here, unlike in modern batteries where they don't have. It doesn't want to come out. I wonder if these are just for the sake of attaching some components. I checked there's no other, there shouldn't be other screws underneath any of these stickers. My guess is, okay, let's take these screws out. This one doesn't want to come out, it doesn't want to even fall off. My theory is these are just for the sake of the feet, I hope. So basically there's this plastic part that should come out somehow. But is it going to come out? Well, this one is here. I really have no idea. There's these side clips. I've so many times thought side clips, open them and that's it, and then I managed to break something. Let's try pushing this down and twisting this, maybe open a bit. Did something, but I was trying to long time ago open another Nokia battery much later than this one, and it ended up that it was like had screws and everything, and then it was glued from one corner so that when you opened up the whole plastic just broke. I think it's meant that, you know, if you were a certified repairman, you would know where exactly the glue was. Not break it, but yeah. Okay, so this one opens. This one opens until this point. So I think it's this knob here that's the problem. How do I get that out? It's probably this lid. Yeah, this is supposed to come off. Yeah, doesn't want to come off. I really wonder, did Nokia make sure that they don't want anyone to open this up? At least I can see underneath. It's a plastic. Is it with a thread? No, it's got a stick, but question is, it might be just you just need to bravely pop it off and that's it. Okay, something came off. Most likely broke, but Let's get this out. Well, this can be glued. That's a good thing. We can glue these pieces. So, because there's no way, because I need to power the phone anyway with this one. So, well, it might be that we end up making a complete custom phone inside this. If Nokia has really decided to make so difficult originally, no one can open this up. And I can always buy a new phone. Sorry, a new battery. There's some. And everything goes straight into my face and eyes. As you can guess, there's not much documentation about this. Now, okay, got this one right. Yeah, I broke. But, oh, the slicey. I think it's a screw. So I need pliers. Unless it's glued in. This will appear, this center part is a screw, and this whole thing was the cap of the screw. So I need to somehow, I think I can mostly out with my fingers. Okay, and something flew, so it was like this. Let's a bit further, screw. That was a weird one. And now, this is suspended with the, there's a spring. I wonder if this next part is also actually just a screw. It doesn't light. This one here, moving the brass part, this is a latch, so it doesn't fit with the hole. So they had to put it through here and then attach it from this side. And then okay, so this one was a screw too. So all just hidden screw threads. And we got this one out. No. And we got the spring rotor right there out. I wonder if this is is this also a screw? It is. Interesting design. So I guess this is also a screw. So there's screw on top of screw on top of screw in the center section. Yeah, and this is another screw threaded part. Yay! Nokia designs are, at least, they were good. I mean, the only reason I'm screwing up some of these because I don't have the documentation. Otherwise, we'd not have broken anything apart. It would have been simple to open. Now you will see, like me first time, what's in here. And I'm curious to see what's the condition of things. Okay, there's cables. There's cables. Let's take this now. And batteries. Cables seem all fine. Resistors. There's some, oh, this is really properly made. Wow. They didn't go cheap with this. It's dry-fit A200 batteries. Sonnenschein 6-volt 3 amp hour batteries, made in Germany, 2 of them. Proper components. Yeah, they really went on with this one. Surface mounted. No, doesn't appear to be any kind of cheap solution. Everything properly soldered, protected. Is that something wrong? Yeah, but that was my fault. Omron relay, an actual relay. And I will show you with that. I will take the camera a bit closer. So as you can see, all this camera is sitting up. drive it, A200, batteries, 2 of these. There's a Omron relay there, like that. Proper stuff. So I mean, either we need to, if we want to restore this whole thing, we just need to basically caps, everything looks so good, everything is high quality. Maybe just replace these 2 batteries. Sorry. Maybe we just need to replace these 2 batteries and we get the whole thing powered up. I mean, maybe with some more, but we basically need 6 volt 3 amp hour out batteries, 2 small ones. And put these here instead. I think these are dry as hell. And I had to Google around and see if I can still find this somewhere. But this looks nice. So I think maybe upgrading this, just replacing the batteries, would be suitable. Of course, the charging point, I haven't found a charger for this one. That's going to be also challenging to find. If any of you have a charger for this modular version, I would be nice to have. Then I could just replace these and use this original charging point and charger. Yeah, and I'm not planning to put this together yet, since I'll be opening it back and forth. Now I have a bit of a question. Okay, interesting details I noticed here is that aerial antenna, that it's really metal threaded, but it has a BNC connector. So that's nice. We could replace it with any antenna we want. Here's the heat shield, another heat sinks. One which I was thinking, like if we want to put our own electronics inside, but we use this one, of course. And just the question is like, what's inside this one? So it has a connector. You can unplug the keyboard and the phone pad itself. It's got this D connector here. And I assume it could be that this is just there's audio, microphone input, outputs. There's just the switches, buttons, and the display, and this is all what's connected here. Of course, based on demand, it would have to be multiplexed somehow, but yeah. The problem I noticed as I was earlier opening this, looking into preparation for this video, that this baby here, I mean, it's got nice leather and all of this. There might be screws underneath here and fuse spots, but I think it's again one of those cases that they have, now we know, they've done really excellent design, robustness, everything. So there's a certain methodology to opening this one, but I'm a bit hesitant since it's not very obvious. However, what I might be interested in looking is that if you want to maybe just repair the battery and get this just working, even if it can't connect into anything anymore, since there are no NMT networks operating in the world. So I might just open this case here from the side, and we could see if there's a lot of empty space. If the electronics is there, I mean, you could just put there a very small 4G, 5G module or something, and then somehow connects it with a microcontroller to this one, and we've got this somehow working as a modern phone. That would be really cool, but let's see what's inside here. So I'm putting it to the side, checking that you can see it. There's 2 points for screws here. I've never been good in opening up these things. It's rubber tabs. Oh, yeah, and not just any screws. And this is thick. It's like a 5mm aluminum plate is the casing of this thing. This is, I mean, the metal weighs alone a lot. And it's very heavy duty, I've made. So it's only 2 screws here. I will remove those, and then maybe we can open just up through here. Really nice screws. I mean, this is from the 80s, I think 87, and I can tell you, it was made. I mean, this was really expensive device at the time, but and of course heavy and size. But I mean, one of the first portable ones in the world, or the first portable one, and I mean, it's so well made. Oh, look look at the casting quality. And they have like this conductive insulation here that this acts as a Faraday's cage, this whole thing. Oh boy, they did, even that is strengthening to the aluminum plate. It's beautiful, it's just beautiful. And now you get to see what's inside the Nokia. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let me first take a look before I get to closer. I need to take my glasses off. All surface mounted components, nothing broken, nothing wrong. Wow, wow, wow. Logics, I think those are CMOS or TTL. Logic circuits. I think this one in here, not sure. There isn't much anything, some residual glue everywhere. This circuit board here, this is attached, so we can just remove it. I mean, there isn't that much inside here, or it's on two sides. I have a feeling that they made a design that two circuits board on this side, and there's a split in the middle of the chassis, and this is on the other side. So in case we just want to restart this one, and I have no doubt this thing will work. We just need to replace the batteries. I'm starting to, because I think if we want to do something more, there's plenty of space here, but we basically need to delete half of this. And the other interesting part is that most likely the circuitry we will need would be to, since here's the connector for the keyboard and the mobile, the phone itself, phone part. That here's probably some of these are meant for decoding and interfacing the whatever signal is coming from here. See, we would probably need to figure out how they come out to here and then interface to this one and remove whatever's underneath. I will take a bit closer now to look at the board. Yeah. So there it is. You can see very pretty work. Some are just put there, some are interesting enough. Surface mount, I guess they assume this one need to be replaced. I will check. I used to remember all the codes when I was younger and know every circuit, but that's pointless now. I don't remember anymore. There's underneath similar circuit board, and then there's basically a metal plate. I mean, this is just beautiful, simple work. Nothing in this was simple. This was height of the technology at the time. Everything in it. But there's some screws underneath here. I guess it's the same stuff. So let's remove these plugs. Yep, same screws. Let's see what's underneath here. Maybe the power circuitry. I mean, if it would just use straight 6 volts, it would be nice. Nice to have it. This one is going to drop on me at some point. Yeah, I think the other side had been opened at some point. This one, I'm opening the thread locks. And my sound effects. I'm doing this with 2 hands, but my shoulder is not happy. I'm probably going to pay a price for this stuff in the evening. I need to take some painkiller for me. Okay. Okay, there's the connector, that's obvious. I'm checking that you can see everything. Let's take this light off. Maybe it's, yeah, maybe better this way. So, I'm blocking you. So here's SMA connectors. Toyocom fuses. There's the power supply goes there. I think a lot of the electronics for stabilizing the power supply, everything charging, that's in the battery. That what below was on the other side, I think that's the logics for the managing the functions of the phone without an actual microcontroller. I didn't see any. Maybe it's underneath, but I don't think there might not be any kind of microcontroller inside the other part. Here instead is the radio part, most obviously, especially here, because the antenna connector goes through here, and there's multiple, you can tell these connectors are for the radio signals. Made in Japan. Interesting, some part is clearly hand soldered. They have traces here. I will show it to you later, but there are traces here which are not flat, but they added some lead there, solder there to make them thicker. Screws, I mean, almost feel bad if I would have to break this apart and build something instead. Here the 12.8 megahertz crystal by Toyocom, TCO, temperature controlled, some other blocks which I have no idea what they're about. I mean, I have no doubt this thing will work. It's made from such robust parts, so well, I don't think there's not even electrolyte capacitors, at least not visible. No, there's one maybe, but most of our tantal capacitors, everything else is just so well made. Okay, let's put this one back. And my guess again, yeah, sorry. I will show you viewers. So there you can see that part. There's those connectors and cables you can see. There for the radio signals. More, and there's some stuff. There's this box which I don't want to open. Probably the reason why it's made so that way. And down there you can see some of the traces have been beefed up with some soldering. Yeah, and all have been sectioned, and all the sections are here. You can see the cover. It's been made to show that the whole place is isolated, the different sections from each other, strengthened. This casting, it's absolutely beautiful work. Okay, I will now put it away, and I need to close this down a bit. So now it's the fun part of again putting this together. Those clearly they knew how you're supposed to put it. That end first, then this end. Then you put the screws in place. Yeah, these guys definitely knew what they were doing. I mean, why I don't see a reason why they couldn't make something as well as they do now. I mean, obviously it couldn't be as small as modern, not as phones, but really, it's just, I mean, they could make things smaller, definitely smaller than this, but I don't think they need to reduce the quality at all. I've done it now. It's kind of too bad that we don't have a functional, and the oldest GSM phone that have, there is the Nokia, for example. It's not as cool as this one. It doesn't. I mean, it's okay, but it's not as fun as this one. And those have the batteries in the later 1990s Nokia mobile phones. I have one 2110i, which I used to have a long time ago, and other phones from that earliest era of GSM phones. The problem is that their batteries are so customized, the unusual cell voltages and everything, that it's almost impossible to replace them with anything. I have few projects and I'm just trouble because even if I build a battery by myself, I can't get those parts completely customized from Nokia or made by themselves. So, yeah, now we know that one, and it's almost like this is just buttons, microphones and stuff inside here. Yeah, next I think would be now try nice to find a manual and see further. So, put the phone to the side, and here's the battery. So, now comes the big question. What do? I will first tilt so that you can see the whole thing. This camera is running hot. They should take example from Nokia cooling systems. About there. So now is that we know what the situation. I'm happy if you want to comment, put in the comments. Suggest what should I do? Should I just try to get it working as it is and have it like a living museum piece? and just replace these batteries and keep everything as it is and fix this one screw which I broke. Should I do that? Because if I want to make this functional, so put like I was planning a 4G, 5G module inside the, like make this, use this either same battery system just by the charger and have 6 volts, whatever is output from here, or put modern LiPos inside there and then put some Raspberry Pi or something else and a 4G, 5G module, voice module into the phone so that I will be able to use it as a modern phone. Now, there's a lot more work in it. I will need to figure out the logics unless I get a repair manual where I could understand what signals are going where. I mean, easiest if it's just TTL from the handset and then I just interface straight to it. But that means then I need to remove everything from inside and basically cut the insides of all the electronics there. It's pretty tight fit. There's not much space there, as I was hoping. So let me hear in the comments what you suggest, how I should just restore this to function or modify this to be something even more functional. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.